story is called One Night in the Graveyard. Two ghosts smiled at each other in the moonlit graveyard. One of them was dressed in a naval uniform, a cheeky but likable shine emanating from his face as he leaned against his own gravestone. "Hello, mate," he chirped at the other ghost, who had been wandering aimlessly among the tombstones and faded headstones. "Hi," he answered softly. He didn't expect to see anyone else out on a night like this. "But pleased to meet you. I ain't seen you before, new boy." Yeah. I think I'm new here. I don't know my way around." "Well, that proves it. All new ones have bad memories to begin with. Bet you can't remember how you got here either." The other ghost looked down at his feet. He looked embarrassed. He looked like an embarrassed schoolboy, forced to stand in front of the class and to introduce himself. "No, I can't." "Don't worry about that, mate. It'll come to you. Maybe it'll take a while, but it always comes to you in the end." A sudden flash of light lit up the sky over the east, followed shortly by a slow rumble of thunder. "It's funny," started the naval ghost, "how quiet this place gets when it rains. When I was a kid, I thought ghosts would love the rain." "So, we're ghosts then?" The naval ghost laughed, but not maliciously. "Of course we are, mate. Of course we are." "Oh." A look of pity crossed the naval ghost's face. "Look, why didn't you take a seat? I remember how confused I was when I arrived here. Thought I was gonna be bleeding my head off, I'll tell you." The other ghost accepted the invitation and sat down on the damp grass. "How long have you been here?" The ghost smiled sadly. "A long time." Lightning flashed again, and thunder came quickly. And you can recall how I died." "Yeah, I remember." "What happened?" "Died at sea, but not in a heroic way." "Blimey, no, not like a hero." "Was it during the war?" "War? The first war, the first world, the First World War, the second." "Oh no, I missed them, thank God. Only heard about that through my brother." "Your brother's here too?" No, he used to come and visit me. He was a sailor too. Always looked after me when we were kids, and always came by on my grave on my birthday. I'm sure he's long dead now. Said he was moving to America after the second one. Must be over now, though." "But if we're all dead, isn't there some way you can meet?" "What do you mean?" "Well, I don't know, like heaven or something." "Nope, at least not as far as I know. Haven't got my invite yet, anyway." The naval ghost laughed at this. He laughed a loud, good-natured laugh that made his new companion smile, despite the confusion and fear he had been feeling since he found himself in this graveyard. How long that had been, a week, a month, it was hard to tell. "So what happened?" he asked the naval ghost after his laughter had faded back into a cheeky grin. "It was me 23rd birthday. I was out in the middle of the Pacific bleeding. Was supposed to be on duty early in the morning. Fell off the bloody ship before dawn. A couple of people saw me fall in, but by the time I was pulled in, it was too late." The cheeky look left his face. The other ghost felt slightly uncomfortable, as though maybe he'd pushed him too far. "Look," he said, pushing himself off the ground. "I'm gonna head back to my place. Try and think of how you got here." "All right, mate. See you. See you soon." The other ghost turned and walked back into where he'd come from, a lonely figure with a lot to think about. The sailor shook his head sadly, and as he watched him round the tomb, a noose tied around his neck, dragging along the floor after him like a snake.